Hello tea lovers, I'm George, the chief leafster here at Happy Lucky's Tea House. And today we're going to be drinking from China some Yinzhen silver needles, and which is a white tea, and I really want to show off the beauty of these leaves. You can see that Yinzhen's the bud, so when the plant grows it sends off a new leaf, and that leaf is in this bud form, not to be confused with the bud of the flower. And as the plant continues to grow, this will then become a leaf, and a new bud will sprout out of that, and it continues and continues and continues. So it's also called white tea because if you can see on here, there's nice little fine hairs, almost like a pussy willow sort of thing. And that's what gives white tea its name. So I'm going to put it right in here in this little kyusu. And I've got about 170, 180 degree water. I'm just gonna pour it right in there, get them all covered up while it's steeping. As this continues to steep there, they'll start to fill up with, get saturated with water, and the leaves will start to slowly go down. So while we wait for that to happen, white tea is talk a little about white tea. White tea is the least processed of teas. So that minimal processing allows for a spring plucking. So silver needles, Yinzhen silver needles always is plucked in the springtime. And just the bud is plucked, which makes it a little more of a premium tea because they're not picking two leaves in a bud, which might normally be plucked. So just the bud, they're left to wither minimally, and then they're dried, so that there's as little oxidation as possible. So white tea typically comes from the Fujian province of China, almost exclusively. Other places around the world might also do a white tea, fairly similar, but nobody really does the buds quite like the Chinese do. So I'm just looking at this. I think we gotta let it go just a little bit longer. Kind of a little bit of a cross of old man style brewing of just putting the leaves right in your cup. And you can see it's starting to become kind of a nice little golden liquor. The steep time on this can be anywhere from a minute or so all the way up to 3 minutes, depending on how strong you like it. I'm going to pour it now. It's got a wonderful light golden color, and I'm going to pour it through the strainer here. Didn't really talk about the aroma of the dry leaves, but it's kind of a little bit of a chestnutty sort of thing to start with, fairly mild on the aroma. And so you can see the liquor there, and I'll pour it into my little Yixing mug. So now drinking white tea to me is like a meditation. You can look at that very light liquor and say, if I slug it back really quick, it's just like, oh, there's hot water. Not really getting this white tea thing. So white tea is a meditation. You need to be present when you drink it, so you can really get the flavors. So let's enjoy some. One of the things I love about white tea is the mouthfeel. There's a lot more viscosity than it looks from the color of the liquor. And it's got a nice, very subtle, almost like a honeysuckle floral flavor, but very different than jasmine, very different than osmanthus. It's just a subtle honeysuckle with a little sweetness in the linger. Oh boy, I'm getting this whole flavor thing in Mac is going up into my head. It's wonderful. I think I need to drink this a little more. I think white tea is underappreciated. It's like, well, I don't get it. It's very light in the cup, but I wish more people were drinking it. And hopefully you'll next time you come on in, get yourself some Yinzhen silver needles. So enjoy.